Hi, welcome back to the Pink Mic doll. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. Yes, it is two videos with the same outfit, but we're going to go from one video a week to two. Let me get into it. So, anyways, welcome back to the Pink Mic. It's your girl, Hope Shantae. We're here at the Pink Mic. We discuss going from stuck to unstoppable, one belief at a time, one decision at a time. Okay. Earlier this week, we talked about what loving yourself looks like. And I really felt very passionate about that message. And I wanted to follow up with selfishness. Why is this important? So we're going to get right into it because, as you guys can see, I am a woman, a Black woman, a deep, dark chocolate Black woman. Okay. And typically, we are deemed as the help, the superwoman, the swoop in and help everybody else and not expect anything back. And I was also raised in that vein, and I also witnessed it around me. And so it only made sense for me too, right? To be a giver and never a taker. And whenever God or someone saw fit to want to bestow some level of goodness onto me, I should be oh so grateful, right? But no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Those days are over. They're over. They're over. They're over. I actually am gonna, my next video, I'm actually gonna talk about how that mindset has not served me in array of areas, from dating to parenting to like even platonic relationships with friends. So we'll get into that on a different day. But today, you guys, I really want to get into differentiating self-love from selfishness. So I started this channel the last Sunday in January 2024. And I know that I have a lot to say. I know that I've been through a lot, and I feel like I've been given the gift of communication. I feel like I'm able to break down things in a way that it's digestible and you're able to implement them into your life the way it should be, to where it's easy for you to take on and adapt and adopt into your day to day. Anyways, I was wanting to talk about this and listening to certain people about their feedback, and it kind of was feeling like it was offensive for you to say self-love. It just was like, oh, what does that mean? It almost feels like you're being selfish, self-centered. If you take care of yourself, that means you're like, not gonna care for others, or you're not gonna be fair. Okay. And I just was like, discombobulated, like, why can't I take pride in self-care and self-love and it not be at the expense of others? That's weird to me. But when you see the society says either you're a giver or you're a taker, they can't be a balance. But baby, let me tell you, I'm here to set the record straight. That was a lie. Survey says you are not the daddy. That is not the truth. That is not real. And that doesn't make any sense. No sense whatsoever. And so I always have something to say, but this video, I just kind of jotted down some points just for you to sit with and even meditate on and journal about, because here we love journaling because we always want to think about what we're thinking about. Okay. And so I'm going to give you about 4 or 5 points for self-love and about 4 or 5 points of selfishness so that we can differentiate the two. because there is a difference. So, differentiating self-love from selfishness. Self-love, prioritizing your mental, emotional, and physical health without disregarding others. I'm going to read that again. Prioritizing your mental, emotional, and physical health without disregarding others. Point 2, setting boundaries to protect your energy and maintain healthy relationships. Again, setting boundaries to protect your energy and maintain healthy relationships. Treating yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during difficult times. This is straightforward. It makes a lot of sense. And anyone who wants to argue down these points, you are arguing them down because you don't like them, not because you don't understand. I'll keep going. Encouraging personal growth and self-improvement for a fulfilling life. And last but not least, one of the points for self-love, ensuring your needs are met while also being considerate of others' needs. I'm actually so like giddy on all of the points, you guys. This is near and dear to my soul. And I'm only sticking to the points because I can go off about each and every point, each and every point, but I'm not. Okay. Let's move on down to what selfishness looks like. Are you ready? Putting your desires and needs above everyone else's, often at their expense. Now, that's what selfishness looks like. Putting your desires and needs above everyone else's, often at their expense. Point 2 of selfishness, ignoring or minimizing the feelings, needs, and boundaries of others. Now, that was a mouthful. That was a mouthful. Point 3, showing little to no concern for how your actions affect those around you. Selfish. Next point, seeking immediate pleasure or benefit without considering long-term consequences. This is good. And last but not least, focusing excessively on yourself to the detriment of your relationship and social connections. You guys, I really should be live because I really would love to go back and forth about the commentary on these points because they're so good. I feel strongly about what self-love looks like, growing it to a masterful level of self-love. Like, do you know what the heck your life will look like, feel like? It will look like paradise to those around you because the way you even show up in rooms, in spaces and conversations, it just hit different because that love for yourself just oozes out. It it flows over to those around you. And I couldn't imagine anyone not wanting to experience that. I am in a space where I am really learning what self-love looks like. But because I was for a long time, I would always think like, that's selfish. Oh, that's rude. But there was nothing or anyone around me saying otherwise. So I internalized it as me being selfish. And that's how I showed up, giving, 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 thinking I was just being helpful, but it really was out of fear of rejection, fear of someone, I don't even, maybe someone seeing me. So if I distract you with all that I'm giving, you won't really see me. And that's a whole nother video too. But I feel like strongly I was put on this earth to encourage, remind everyone, man, woman, old or young. You came in by yourself, you're going to leave by yourself. So you can only count on you. So, what better way to live this life but being good to yourself? What better way to live this life but committing to being good to yourself? There's no other way to be. And so, I'm going to go ahead and end this at this point. But this is actually a good starting point because I just was like, what am I going to deep dive into these points? My next videos are going to touch heavily on these. And I really hope that you guys like this. You comment, you give me feedback of what you would like to hear about and the whys and all that good stuff. Again, it's your girl, Hope Shantae, and you are at the Pink Mic. And I hope to see you guys back next week. Until then, you guys have an amazing week. Take care of yourself. And remember that you really can have the life that you want as long as you're willing to do the work. Okay? Have a good one. I love you. Bye. Mwah, 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 mwah.